All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Your Time to Shine. It is the regular fill-in gal, Shauna, here with you tonight. Shauna with Nature's Keeper. And then you can see I have my little co-pilot here with me, my little Leo that's on the couch, my handsome little flame point Siamese mix. So he's here to join in on the fun too, right? So there you go. So he's excited to be here too. So I'm filling in for Julie tonight because obviously those of you that listen to the show know that I'm not Julie, I'm Shauna. So I am Shauna Fisher here with Nature's Keeper. I am for those of you that don't know, I'm an animal communicator, intuitive/medium and intuitive, and I do all kinds of stuff for people and animals. So I will also be taking calls today too. So any of you that have a question, if it's a loved one that passed on, a question you have about something that's going on with you right now, or a question you have about an animal, anything like that, it's all fair game. So I will take your calls, but I thought it would be kind of fitting because it's the new year, right? Already, what is it? 2019 already. Crazy that it's a year from now, it'll be 2020, right? Wow. So anyway, I thought with the new year, everybody has kind of New Year's resolutions and things they're working on, right? And I kind of like to think of, I'm like resolutions are good, right? But I think it's important to what change are you going to make in your life? And what is it that's something that you've been wanting to do that maybe you haven't done and that you've been working on and you're passionate about? I think it can be a good time to look at reflections and kind of what you're reflecting into the world, right? So what is it that you're putting out into the world that you want? Are you just holding things so tight that you're not open to letting new things come in, right? So are you just not there in that space? Or are you wanting things so much that you're holding on to so tight that they're actually bouncing off of you and they're not coming into play as you'd want them to play? So kind of, like bouncing back, kind of like a bungee cord, right? So, you pull a bungee cord back and then it just boing and doesn't get anywhere, right? So, because it doesn't have much give in it, right? It just kind of boom, and it doesn't have much give. So what I mean by saying this is you have to allow give and take in your life, right? So you have to kind of allow to be open to things and allow to expand and move beyond. So, and just have faith in what it is you want to do and those things that have been calling to you. Just go with those and have fun with those and don't let fear hold you back, because if you have those nudges and those things that you've been interested in doing, that means there's something really to that, and it really means that that's something for you to really harness and really claim and own and work on and just do it and do it and do it. And as Leo's sitting back there, he's, closing his eyes back there, and he's, reminding me and making me realize that sometimes, and he turns his head away now that I'm paying attention to him. It's so funny. But just remember, sometimes you just have to close your eyes and allow yourself that quiet space to just allow your mind be in and I'm wanting to close my eyes right now, just allow your mind to be in a space of openness to see what's kind of going to explore for you and make that progress in your life with things, right? Go forward. And I actually have kind of a little funny story about progress today. So I actually had to run to Costco today, and as I was pulling up, I got this new car. I got this new Jetta, and it happens to be a habanero orange color, and I love orange. It's like live out loud, be bright, and just have your life be full of vibrancy and color and everything that you want to have in your life, right? So I was parking my car, I was getting it all locked up and walking up to the door, and this gentleman walks by and he's like, oh, that's a nice color car. I love it. And I said, oh yeah, thank you so much. I love orange. As you can tell, I have my orange, if you can see, I have my orange bracelets on too. And so anyway, and I said, yeah, I love orange. It's a great color, right? It's so awesome. And he was saying that orange is like the color, it's like about progress, right? So I thought, how fitting is that for what we're talking about tonight, right? Progress, right? It's all about progress and how can we move, how can we move forward with our life, right? And it's as simple as reeling things back and taking a step back and just allowing time to be what it is and just be in that moment of things. Because sometimes I think, sometimes we want something so bad that we just don't allow ourselves to have that because we're just focused on it so much. Like sometimes if we just loosen up the rope and just give ourselves time to just kind of relax and breathe into things, right? So, imagine like a beautiful lake or water or ocean or anything like that, and just the reflection that it carries back to us, and just hone into that and let that be your magic, and just kind of work with that. So that's my little insight of that, and just do what makes your heart happy, right? That's what's really important. So it looks like we have a caller as well. Looks like I see that we have, I believe it's Marianne that's on the line. Hi, Marianne.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? So you're from Pocomoke City? Where's that? Pocomoke City? Where's that?
That's in Maryland.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm so glad you could call in tonight and be a part of the show. What kind of question did you have tonight?
My question is, my fiance, is he being honest with me about everything?
So, it's interesting. So the image that I get right when you ask that question is that I get an image of an egg cracking, right? So you know how you crack an eggshell, and
yes.
Sometimes you'll crack the egg perfectly, and then other times you might go to cook like an over medium egg or over easy egg, right? And you crack the shell, and there's just that little piece of the shell that didn't come with the rest of the shell. It just like broke off into the egg that you want to cook. That's the kind of image I get of your fiance. It's like there's little pieces, then I feel like there's little trails of paper and just little pieces that there's something that he's. Oh yeah, I'm here. Are you here?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me? Okay, Marianne. Oops, Marianne.
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me? Okay, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. So I don't know if you can hear me, Marianne, but so I feel like
yes, I hear you now.
Okay, good. I was like, oh no. So I feel like there's. I don't know.
It went blank there for a while.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're back. So good. So I feel like there's little pieces of things he's being honest with you about, and the things that he's not being honest with you about, I feel like you already know what those things are, and I feel like it's something that is like silly for him to not be honest about. Does that make sense? Like it's something that if he tells you what it is, you guys are going to be able to work through it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like he just has a lot of fear. I feel like he has so much love for you, and he's just afraid if there's like this one thing, and it's something like from his past that he's afraid of you to know. But once you know about it and you work through it, I feel like it's gonna be fine, and it's all is well once you guys work through that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like you guys have just like a kinship. It's not only the soul connection, but it's just there's friendship, there's love, and there's everything. It's a really great relationship you have.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And is there something about May or June? Are you guys getting married in like May or?
Wow, you just made every hair on my body stick up. I had a wedding date picked out for June 8th.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. I guess there's some confirmation for you right there. So.
Yes. Oh, my Lord. Wow.
Yeah, and I just got chills on the back of my head as you said that. I felt
that's
chills
where I
and
got mine.
goosebumps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. Book that venue, Marianne. Do it. That's it right there. Do it.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, and beautiful wedding blessings to you both.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you so much for calling. I'm really glad that you called.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. That was fun. I always love to take the callers. So if anybody else has a question, please feel free to call in and we will gladly take your call because that is the funnest part. To me, all parts of the filling in for the show are fun, but I always love to take people's calls and tune into the questions that you have. So definitely feel free to give us a call, and we will gladly take your call because we are here till 8:00. So anyway, and it looks like we have Michelle in Veracruz, Mexico. Hi there, Michelle. Hello, are you there? Hello, Michelle?
Yes, hello.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Good, thank you. Good. I'm so glad that you called. How can I help you tonight?
This is in regards to my twin flame journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know if you can assist me with how are the energies going on my divine masculine side, because there has been some, let's say, shift since the 11/11 portal.
Right.
And I felt more in union with them. However, also peacefully, right? But however, starting this year, there has been changes in the emotions and the heart space and kind of unbalance, misalignment, and stuff like that. So if you can assist me with a reading about it. What's going on
I would love
between us.
Yeah, I would love to. And I think it's so awesome that you're embracing that twin flame aspect. And I feel like it was like really the perfect timing for you. And it's interesting because as you're talking, I see an image of these purple flames and they're spinning and they're swirled together. And they're going upwards. And what's interesting is in the middle part of the flame, I see the violet and the purple with a little bit of pink. And then in the middle part of the flame, I see like a yellow and orange with a red. And I see it's kind of just dancing around in the middle, that it hasn't fully shot up all the way to the top. So I feel like there's things that you're working on that are going to help incorporate that even more. So I feel like when it expands and really becomes fully connected with who you are, I just feel like it's just this energy is just going to shoot up. And it makes me think of, kind of like a Jack in a Box analogy, or those like the fake jar of peanuts, and you open the peanuts and it just pops out really quick. I feel like that energy is just going to pop for you as I, snap my fingers right here. I feel like the energy is going to pop and just come alive and just envelop, and it's just going to open like a lotus flower. So I get the image of, the flame being small at first, and then when it blossoms up, it's kind of going to be like a lotus flower. Or have you ever had a blooming onion from Outback Steakhouse? Are you familiar with those, the blooming onions?
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to bloom, and it's just going to envelop. So I feel like if you take some time in, nature, I feel like that's going to be really, really huge for you, to take some time in nature and do some things that you wouldn't normally do. Like, I feel like there's some hikes that you could go on. And then I also feel like there is also, there's some sort of like sports that you could do as well. So I don't know if you've thought about, I get an image of like, I want to say javelin, but I don't feel like javelin's the right word. Like doing some fencing or some sort of sport that you never imagined to do, of like, oh, I'm going to go try archery, or, oh, I'm going to go get in a bowling league or something like that. I feel like that's going to open up that side of you to do something that maybe you haven't done before, that you've been interested in. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, you mean like using the masculine polarity, like physical activity?
Yes, exactly. Right? Yeah, exactly. So if there's like a place near you, you can go. Yeah.
I did that today, actually. Earlier today, I tried something that I hadn't tried, like capoeira. You know what that is? The Brazilian
no, I don't.
Dance, like kind of martial art. So I just wanted to give it a try earlier today, like a class. So yeah, it involved, physical activity, definitely, and kicking and doing movements and stuff. So yeah, it resonates for what you're saying.
Yeah, that's so cool that you did that. And I think it'd be cool. Like, I feel like if you go to, I don't know how many like classes you signed up for with this, but I feel like if you go to 2 or 3 more of these classes, I feel like maybe like a total of 4. So like with the one you went to today, like 2 or 3 more, somewhere around there. I feel like it's really going to, open up things for you. And even if you don't go back to the class, if you just invoke the steps that they taught you. So I feel like there's some steps where you kind of like move your one leg forward and then move your one leg back, and you kind of move your hands forward and backward. Whatever that move is, I would do that when you wake up in the morning, or even like when you go to bed, because I feel like that's going to, if you start your day with that, that's going to invoke that energy and harness that with you. And then if you go to bed at night and you do that before you go to bed, do a couple of those moves. And it doesn't have to be anything, fancy. And it could be something that you kind of create as an offshoot of that experience. I feel like that is going to help open those things up more, especially when you go to sleep, because I feel like when you go to sleep, when we are sleeping, our brains process so much things, and we're almost in like a more heightened state, and things move at a faster pace. So I feel like if you do that before you go to sleep, it's going to kind of help to like just kind of bring that energy together faster. Because I feel like you're ready for that now. You're like, I'm ready. Let's do it. Because I feel like there's more that you're looking to explore now with that. And I feel like that's going to be really impactful for what you're doing. And there's going to be really good changes that are coming in your world with all of that.
Okay. Can you help me picking up on what is my divine masculine experiencing on the physical? I mean, like, we are in no contact whatsoever. And, so like I said, since the portal, I was feeling more of his presence, like more of telepathic communication and things like that. But now, starting the year, there has been something change. I don't know. So I've been feeling, unbalanced and, unworthy feelings and things like that. So.
Yeah. And I feel like it's because what happened is you took all these steps forward, and this other part is still like enjoying the movement of moving at like a slower pace of things, or you're kind of on the elevator and they're on the escalator. Does that make sense? Like, so I feel like you're some steps ahead of that energy. So I feel like it's just kind of and it's interesting that the escalator came into play, because I just see the escalator and the elevator. And you know how the escalator has the different steps and they may not always match up. So I feel like with the escalator and elevator, you guys are going to be matching up. I feel like it's just taking that time. And I feel like in the next 2 to 3 months, you're going to feel that energy more, because I feel like as the new year started, you're working on your piece of things and then they're working on their piece of things. And then it's going to be a meeting of the minds again in like the next 2 to 3 months. Because I feel like before you were really having that really strong communication with them now. And I feel like you don't have that as much. So I feel like a way you can bring that back in is through like journaling and writing too. So I don't know if that's something that you do, but I feel like that would be a really good thing for you to do, is do some journaling and writing. And because you can write to this person too. So you can write with a physical pen and paper, or you can do it in your mind too. Or before you go to bed, just say, hey, I want to connect with this energy. So yeah, because it's right there. Yeah.
So how can I help to accelerate the pace?
Well,
like you're mentioning, I mean,
yeah,
because
I feel like you just keep doing what you're doing and you let their pace come along, because I feel like the more you try to rush it, the more it's going to squash it. So I feel like the more you just kind of don't worry about where their pace is and focus on your pace, it's going to naturally come in line. And I understand like your excitement and all about it, but I feel like if you just kind of allow your own journey to unfold, it's going to all come together really well. Yeah, because you're doing incredible things. So, and I feel like you have a really tremendous like healing ability, and you can offer like healings to people. So I don't know if you thought about joining like some sort of like a hands-on healing group or studying some hands-on healing. But I feel like that could be a good outlet for you for things.
Yeah, actually, I've done it. Yeah, I've helped people that way, like doing clearings and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and you're really good at it.
Full time, but
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, and I feel like it's just like the more you do that, the more this portal that you're wanting to open up and that connection that you're wanting to have envelop. I feel like it's just going to naturally come when you do that. So it's just going to naturally come. So yeah. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. So just keep doing your beautiful thing, and maybe even go out, in the nighttime and just, do some writing and whatnot. So yeah, you're right there. So keep on your wonderful journey, my dear.
Okay.
Yeah. And definitely keep us posted. And thank you so much for calling in, and just call in that energy. It's right there for you.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're so welcome. Thank you for your time. Thank you for calling in. Thank you so much.
Yes, likewise. Have a good evening.
All right. You as well. You're welcome. All right. That was so much fun. I can't believe how quick the time goes. This is just so much fun. I always love coming to fill in for Julie. And we have 2 minutes left in the show. It's like, where does it go? And I think it's just, I'm a natural talker. So there you go. So just enjoy those reflections of things that you're wanting to create in your life and reflect them back to you. Their magic is coming to you. So just seek what was calling to your heart and go with that. And if you want to find out more about this show, you can go on Your Time to Shine, or wingsofsoulswithjulie.com is her website. And my website is natureskeeper.info. And you can also find me on Facebook as well. So feel free to connect with me there. And thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It was a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to filling in again and being back on again with Julie sometime. So thank you so much. I hope that you all have a blessed night, and may all your dreams come true, and may all the things that you're wanting in this new year just come into play at just the right time. And may all your dreams come true in this coming year. So thank you again so much for tuning in. And I hope that you all have a blessed rest of your night and a great rest of your evening. And thank you for all the callers that called in, and for everybody that listened. Have a great night. Bye for now. Blessings. Bye-bye.